Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be all about kind of a map environment I'm creating, which is going to make me 200,000 Robux. So that's not clickbait whatsoever. I will be getting paid 200,000 Robux. Now this is for the game called Weaponcraft, and essentially I'm designing a castle kind of starter area for the game. Now I'm one of the main map designers for this game. There's like 2 or 3 of us which design the maps, and I'm currently converting this map, or I've already converted half of it. But this is the old map, essentially, which needed changing a lot because it was just too flat, not very appealing, and overall just outdated in compared to the rest of the map. So just so you guys can get a quick look, this is the old map right here, which I also made, by the way. And yeah, it's quite outdated, too square, and just didn't fit the game anymore. So the newer version is this, which is kind of somewhat half done so far. So I'm doing this part for I've already done this, completely revamped the terrain, and obviously added a bunch of new things. Now I've made a video on the interior for this building. So basically we have the tavern here, we have a shop here, and we have the armory here. Now this video is going to be dedicated towards the interior of the armory, because that's the latest thing I'm on. I'm going to also be making a video on the stable and the interior for that probably, and also we need to add kind of like a dungeon entrance for this map to be finished. But I've started this video a bit late into the development process, as I've already done this part. Now this is going to be an update, so I've currently just added buildings here just so you can see them while you're walking down here, so the map looks more populated. Now as you can see, this is the interior of the tavern that I've already showed you in one of the previous videos, which you guys seem to love quite a lot and wanted more details on the development process, which is going to be kind of similar to in this video. Okay, so first things first, I was provided with a reference image. So what I did is I made a bunch of assets that would fit well in the interior of the building. So I made 3 variations of spears, 3 variations of swords, 3 variations of a shield, a chest, urns and stuff like that, just so I can populate the interior based on that reference image. Now when I make weapons as decorative pieces, I usually keep it basic but visually appealing. So the weapons are kind of basic, and I'm just going to jot them around the map. So what I did first was I colored all my assets, anchored them, all that kind of stuff, and then I began to kind of work on the shape of the structure and the interior walls and stuff like that. But before I work on the interior, I place some of these assets on the exterior just so you can know what you're kind of getting into. So you can kind of tell from the exterior that it's it's an armory. You can buy weapons there, you can sell weapons, you can buy spears, all that kind of stuff. You can visually tell without a sign or anything that this is an armory. I can buy weapons here. Okay, so the next part that I usually do with interiors is the block out phase. So I block out kind of based on the information I was given and the reference, kind of what shape I want. So I was given the instructions that the front needs to be quite small, and then you have a counter at the back where the NPC is going to be, and he's going to sell you stuff, and you're going to have a staircase that leads up to his home, and you won't be able to go up the or past the counter. So I didn't need to have too many details past the stairs. I could just block it off pretty simply. Now once I get the block out done, I usually bring in the wooden flooring, which I showed you in the tavern video, which is literally just 3 planks, and then I kind of just stretch them out and place them in just so there's like wooden floorboards in the ground. And then I kind of just begin bringing in these assets just so I can get a vague idea of what the interior will look like with the assets that I've made. Now with the interior, I need it to be quite compact and quite small and just covered with chests and weapons and stuff like that, so it's kind of an overwhelming look. And when I first made it, it was a little bit too big, so I had to go back, squeeze the walls in a little bit more just to bring in this more compact look. And after placing a bunch of assets, I kind of got the idea that it started looking quite nice, and I could kind of continue developing the walls and add pillars and all that kind of stuff. After using kind of like a trial and error method of working out the right size for the map, I was finally happy with the result that I got. And then I began kind of adding the textures around the walls, adding pillars, all that kind of stuff, just to make it more of a functional look. It has pillars so you can tell the building is stable, and all that kind of stuff. And then I decorate the walls with shields, swords, all that kind of stuff. And then I also, based on the reference had curtains, so I added the curtains around the building. Now the interior has to somewhat match the exterior, so the walls are obviously going to be brick walls, and then kind of I have a bit of leeway with like wooden pillars and stuff like that, because you wouldn't be able to see them from the exterior. But from a first glance you need to be able to kind of tell it's the same interior, so I used similar materials and a similar size to the exterior just to give that illusion to the player. And then after that I just, you know, copied and pasted a bunch of assets, you know, obviously add variations, rotate them, resize them, and, you know, maybe join a few assets like I did with the urn. I added 3 spears in the urn just to, you know, give it a bit of a cooler look and more of an organized look. And then I obviously added lanterns just to get some lighting into the scene, and I also added the same door as the exterior just to make sense, you know, so you have an exit point for the building. And then all I did after that was kind of just fill in behind the NPC, which is just some shelves and all that kind of stuff where they can store, you know, items, and obviously the staircase that leads up to the home, which you wouldn't be able to see, so it's because it's kind of blocked off by the curtains. So I could just fill in with a kind of like a transparent black part or something like that. Now with all that done, we have finally reached the conclusion of the armory. So this is the exterior. I'm still kind of probably add some stuff in later on. As you can see, there's weapons jotted around, chests, all that kind of stuff, similar to the interior. And then essentially you'd go here, you'd walk at the door, and it will teleport you to the interior, which is over here, in which you'd spawn around here. And then you have the carpets just to give it more of a home look, you know, a more of a welcoming look. And as you can see, I added shields up on the walls just to give it more of a cramped look that they wanted. And overall the result was really nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and maybe what you would change. And let me know if you like these kind of videos, because I can do them more often as I can film my commissions. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure to like the video if you did, and it pushes my videos into the algorithm so you'd support me more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.